Hey team, happy Friday. Here we go. I'm going to try to move a little faster because these videos have been long this week. I apologize for that, but trying to get you everything you need. Okay, so today we got some more skills from Quill. We got some more text features. We got more, I got a free write that I want you to submit. So you're going to submit 2 things today and more play with technology. All right, we're going to do some Google Sheets play. I did some of that yesterday, but I'm not sure how much of you did. All right, what I learned from Quill. Okay, here we go. Again, we talked about this yesterday's video, but like these are all things that we need to work on. So we did yesterday, worked on possessives. Today, and we were working on this yesterday, which was, the possessive work. Today's lesson is about capitalization. Again, I know you guys have learned this, but we still need a lot of work. So I'm going to remind you of a couple rules, give you some examples, and then you're going to go to work. All right. First of all, if something is one of a kind, it exists as one of its kind, and each one of us is a one of a kind. Our name, it's always capitalized. If something is a full name of something, so if I am saying this is the Best Film Director Award, the Best Film Director Award is all part of its name. All right. If I say I won an award for Best Film Director, that's not the name. I'm describing it. There's a slight difference between Best Film Director Award and I won an award for Best Film Director. So it's very, very subtle, but it's important. And lastly, if something is a title of anything or anyone, and what I mean by that is like even the name mom is a title, dad is a title. My mom is not a title. My dad is not a title. It's a describing words. So here we go. I love visiting the Mississippi River Valley. All right, Mississippi, clearly that's easy. That's a name. But River Valley is part of its name of this place. And it's one of its kind. Did you know that President Biden is kind of old? President is a title. Biden is his last name, but that's his title. It's got to, if you were saying like we have a president named Biden, then it's not a title, but his name here is President Biden. It would go on the invitation. The brave people who serve in the Navy protect our shores. All right, so the Navy there's one organization of the Navy, and that's its name. I won the Best Teacher on Planet Earth award 7 times in 8 years. Totally true, by the way. So you got B, T, P, E, A, all of that goes into the name of the whole award. Even the word award is in that name in that case. Whenever we go hiking, mom lasts longer than my dad. So there we go. Like mom is her name, mom, but my dad is describing that it's just this guy who's my dad. There's a slight difference. Mom's being used as a name because there's no my or or the or your in front of it. It's a name there. When I was little, a dumb friend called me Hey Baby Slaby. All right, a nickname is a name. The fat cat wearing a Mr. Potato Head hat won Best in Show. All right, Mr. Potato Head, that's a name of a character, and Best in Show is the award. That's the name of the title. The Earth is our planet. Notice it's lowercase because I have the in front of it. It's kind of saying the planet. All right, I love living on Earth. So Earth is its name there, not planet Earth. All right? Or the planet or the Earth. I live on planet Earth is its full name. All right? It's planet Earth. Teacher Slaby, Dr. Smith. And lastly, I'm a fan of summer, but fall is my favorite season. Guess what? Seasons aren't capitalized. None of them. Weird, right? One of a kind. You'd think so. This rule is just what it is. Okay, so there's the rule list. You can save this if you want. Like you got the video, so you can go back to the slide. But here's what I want you to do: is I've linked in Schoology a document that is a Google Doc, and you have to make a copy of it. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's a link to the copy of the assignment. You open that up, and it will open up a view-only version. So you can't actually write on this, but you're going to have to make a copy. This is in a computer. You'll have to do it with the menu over here for your iPad. But you're going to make a copy, okay? And that's what you're going to work on. And you're just going to go in here, and you're going to take and I've given you an example where it's wrong. What I want you to do is don't rewrite anything. Go in and change the letters so that I make them red and then capitalize them. So I have the nickname, the dastardly demon teacher. That's not right. I have the nickname, the dastardly demon teacher. That's a name. So I got to go capital D, capital D, capital T, and I made it red so that I, Mr. Slaby, your teacher, can see that you knew to change that. That's how we're going to make sure we do this right. Okay? So it's not rewriting anything, just correcting things. All right, back to this. That's what your first thing is. You're going to submit that today as your work. All right. All right, on to the next thing. These are our notes again. And I want to I'm trying to go through this fast, but we've got 3 more text features. All right. So today, number 12, and then you're going back to that sheet that looks like this, right? We're getting down to the end, but you should have it filled. Today, for table, number 12, is organizes facts and numbers in a visual way so it's easier to read. All right, so that's the thing. This is a really easy way to show like grasping things. Like numbers are easy to see in a chart. For instance, the world's tallest buildings right here, right? If I'm looking at buildings, I can literally compare these very quickly. So the Burj Khalifa in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai, that height is 828 meters. I can literally go down the list very quickly and see the difference in height. All right, that's a table. All right, number 13, maps. It shows where places and events are located. Yes, but it also allows like people to give an idea where things are. So for instance, right here, right, Texas is pretty big. The reason why I know what it is because my illustrator or my author gave me a map of all of North America, right? And I get to see how big Texas is compared to all of this land, right? That's actually very helpful. So it gives me the scale of things. So maps are not just about where things are, but also like size and relative things. All right, that's 13. All right, don't do anything with diagram. Forget that one because technically we've done illustrations and labels and that's what a diagram is. It's a combination of illustration and labels. So jump to bold print. Now this is interesting because bold print gives the reader a sense of vocabulary necessary to understand the information. It shows what words are important or what words can be found in the glossary, right? It works with a glossary. If I see a word in bold, like the director of photography is the captain of the camera crew, they are responsible for the look and lighting of every shot. The bold words, that's usually what I interpret as, oh, this is important vocabulary. If I want to speak to speak, talk to talk, bold words help me do that, or they're bigger words. Okay, so that's bold print. The last one we'll talk about is italics. They're different. This gives a reader a sense of words important to explaining the necessity or interest of the topic. It's different than bold because italics words are usually not key terms. You don't usually see like vocab in italics. You like get important words in italics. For instance, same example, the director of photography is the captain of the camera crew. So director of photography, that's my bold vocabulary word, but captain is in italics because it's like the word stressing like, hey, here's what it's like. It's like a captain of a ship. That's who you need to consider this like. So it's an important word. So I will sometimes put those words in italics that I want you to pay attention to, but they're not vocab. Do you see the difference between bold and italics? A little different. Okay, now that's your notes for today. Don't submit that. We're not quite done. So that's it, 12 through 15. All right, last couple things. So the power of visuals, I want to talk about this with graphs. So graphs are really powerful at making people see what they want to see. For instance, right here, this is like the Times, New York Times is saying like, oh, we're so far ahead of everyone else. Look at this graph right here. This actually looks like the Daily Telegraph, which is a competing newspaper. The Times is almost like it's more than twice as popular, right? No, it's not. It's actually on this scale, this is 485,000 sales. This is 446,000 scales. It's not twice as much. It just looks like that because of the graph they used. We don't know what the scale is. Or actually we do. They only use part of a scale, right? So it's really sneaky and it looks like, oh my God, the Times is so much more popular than Daily Telegraph. Actually, it's not. It's just the way they set it up. Same thing over here. Unemployment rate, which is how many people don't have jobs, the percentage under President Obama. Look at this graph. So it starts out here and they're like, oh my God, it went down. That's great. We want a low rate of people who don't have jobs, right? Look at that. Oh my God, it went up. It went up. And then look at this is how crazy this is. See this number right here, 8.6? This is actually lower by percentage than that number right there. But look it looks like it's higher. So this graph even makes it look like it's gotten worse. It went down and then, oh no, it's a totally like messed up graph. So I want you to play around with graphs today. So I want you to open up Google Sheets, all right? And I did it yesterday in the video too, and in class we'll go over this. But I want you to like mess around a little bit with this, all right? And in Google Sheets, it's all about the plus sign when you open up Google Sheets. So you download the app here, and then you create a new sheet, and then follow these directions and just play around. I want you to see what happens. There's no expectation here that you master anything. The point is that I want you to play with like Google Sheets, and we'll talk more about that as we get closer, but I want you to mess around. All right, last thing for today, and this is your free write challenge, okay? This is, take about 10 minutes today, and I want you just to free write. But I want you to try to convince me that something not true is true. You can choose any topic. You can be creative, whatever you want to do.
Ms. Gallagher, please report to the main office.
Just write, though. So be outrageous. Try to be believable, but I want you to be crazy. So the only thing you'll need to do is I want to see a picture of this. So I want you to take a picture of your writing today and then submit it as your revision. So technically do this before your practice with Google Sheets. These are all some suggestions, but I just want you to write for 10 minutes. Just write. Give me about a half page. Just convince me something that's not real. I want you to try to work your magic and be crazy and be fun. There's a reason why we're doing this. You'll find out next week. All right, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you're well. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.